Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I'm gonna be playing Seablock now. In the previous episode, I'm not sure why the character is here. Oh, maybe we were fixing. Yes, I think we fixed the provider threshold for the station. So what we've been focusing on lately, we've been switching the power, right? And I think in the last episode we actually built this power plant. Okay, what we even connected it to something, right? Yes, seems to be connected. Seems to be working. Everything is looking great. Today, let's focus maybe on these two power plants that we wanted to build. Yes, I think I'd like to do that. Let's start building with this one. So we'll have a reactor placed right here. Okay, we can do that. We can do it. We'll place reactor there, and another reactor will actually go right here. Let me change this a little bit. Let's say the width, it will be snapping like to 16. Yeah, let's say that's how we're gonna be doing that. Okay, good. Now we can actually paste and we can build it right here. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to switch this basically side of the base to this new reactors, right? That's our goal. What we need to do now, we need to have some power connection. So this brick electric pole will not really connect, but it's okay. It will provide temporary connection and that should be enough. Now, what is our plan with this block? We need to figure that out. Should I just delete all of that? Is that a good idea? So we have naphtha in here that might not even be deleted. I will request a naphtha. Let's check. Naphtha. We are not requesting it anywhere, which makes sense. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. We're requesting naphtha here, but I believe we're also providing it right there, right? We should be providing it somewhere here. We are providing naphtha. So, and we fixed the problem with lubricant, and we have fuel oil in huge quantities provided here. So this block, it's like not needed. We can remove it. Do we have a remove planner? It's like a nice one that doesn't delete power poles. I don't think we do. Let's create one. Oh, I have such a mess. And I should probably fix it at some point. Okay, so I do not want to have maybe any of the power poles removed. Yeah, I just don't want to have any of the power removed. And I do not want to have any of the rubber ports removed, actually. And rubber ports, where are they? Shouldn't they be here? Rubber ports. Okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay. Let's say all of these rubber ports, I actually would like to have them. And maybe, just maybe, I'm not sure actually about that, but let's say we don't want to remove the transformer. This thing, I'm not actually using the fuses. How does this thing work? High energy interface. Why do we have 4 of them? Why reach 8? 100 gigawatts. I have no idea why we would want to use that. Or how we would even produce this amounts of power. 100 gigawatts, like, but only to one machine. I don't know. This seems very strange building. Okay, let's remove this whole part and say that it's gone. And actually, we do not need the stations, do we? I don't think we do. I feel like we don't need to have the stations here, so we could also remove the stations, kinda just in case. Right, we'll delete them. We'll delete the station as well, because we are not using that. This part can be removed, and this part can also be removed. So now the bots will collect all of that. Great. Right, what else should we remove? I feel like we should remove the arrows here. Let's remove arrow here, and we'll remove an arrow right here. Okay, good. This part, it's not working. Is it correct? Yes, it's not working. Why it's not working? I will question what we want to request here. No, because event and stations are not really properly configured. Let's copy, let's say this part. We'll paste it here. Oh, wait. We'll paste it here, like that. And now we have correct station, and we'll get transformer. Oh, right, transformer over there. Another thing that we need to copy this part maybe and paste it right there. Okay, good. And while we're at it, let's give this builds a little bit of water, just like that. Nice. So we'll clear this area, right? We are trying to push all of that further up. Let's proceed doing that before we forgot about that, and probably want to do something about this part as well. Okay, good. So we are pushing this square further so that we can... Why, actually? Don't we want to place this, to move this block over here? I thought that's our plan. I'm confused now. I thought we wanted this block to be either like here or here. Maybe actually here, because it might be easier to copy it. Let's take a look. So if I copy it like that and kind of place it here. Yep, it's just a charcoal build that will need to be adjusted. But you could also do it there, right? Because if you turn it like this, it's still okay for it to be right here. Okay, we will move this block from here to here, and we'll use this part for power. So this will be powering this city block. This build is powering this one. And we'll use medium biter thingies, like the crystals that we're getting from medium biters. Right here we have 21,000. I'm surprised that we don't have that many. Wait, these are the biters. We're sending them there. Right, the problem is the meat. The meat is the problem. Okay, now I feel like I understand what's happening. And the meat... Oh wait, this whole block got stuck? What? What happened there? We had a proper, like... It was working fine. What exactly is going on? So, we have this thing, producing lots of alien spores. We don't have hydrochloric acid. Why we don't have it? We are requesting it. It's getting delivered here. And here we are trying to get purified water. But we're not getting purified water because we have some saline water that just happens to be unused. What? Wait, I'm confused now. How is that possible? So, here's our lubricant, right? We're supposed to be looking at this spot. No, not lubricant. It's about the meat. It's about this thing. If you look at this process, we are getting more purified water than we can use. So, why? How did we manage to run out of stuff? So we have more purified water, but here we have more saline water. What is this? Oh! I see what happened. We basically clarified like all of it. I see, that's a problem. We are missing an overflow valve here. And we are also missing it right there, so we need to fix it in both places. We need to add overflow valve. And now that we've added it, we need to clear this thing, and we probably want to clear this part to make sure that we have consumption of saline water. Okay, so now this thing should hopefully work. What's the issue here? The issue is that we do not have proper connections. Right, this is input. Wait, this is... let's try again. Like that. Input, output, it's turned on. Looks like we are short on stuff. On power. I don't really understand, like, this connection. We did it correctly, I think, right? Seems to be done correctly. I'm not sure why we are not getting power there. It's okay. It's fine. It is okay. Let's go back here and let's check what's happening with our power plants. Right, so we have one power plant here. It's being built. We are missing... oh, we're actually missing power connection. Let's give it the power. So here's our power. It's kind of temporary power, but it's okay. It's fine. It will still be useful. And here we are also probably missing something. Well, yeah, we have connections. We have lots of connections. I would actually like to cut all of them, or like many of them. Like this one. Gun. Let's take a look. Okay, something seems to be happening here. That's good. We could actually place the build here again. Yeah, so we are helping it a little bit with getting everything built. Nice. The one above, though. What's happening with this one? I mean, I would like robots to actually landfill all of that. And we need to figure out what's happening with heat pipes. And why our updates per second are so low. Like, what is Oh, I see. No. You know what? Never mind that. I'm fine with having some of this, whatever that is, residual thingy present there. I am fine with that. Now, we basically cleared that part of everything. What we should do now? We can build a power plant right here. Right here, we can do it. I want this one gone. I want maybe this thing's gone. And we'll probably need to deliver it somewhere, you know, properly. And not like I did it here. Right, the connection. Power connection is coming from where? They don't have power connection, do they? No, there is no power. Let's just delete this whole thing. So it's all gone. It's all gone now. Good. And we want to have a bit better production of heat pipes. What's wrong with heat pipes? Let's check. Heat pipe. So they're not here. Where are they? This one. Heat pipe 2. We require invar plates. We don't have invar? No. That cannot be the case. Oh. It can be the case. We don't have nickel. Why we don't have nickel? Oh, have you seen that? Okay, let's go there. Look at that. This is some really old stuff. It's not even properly connected. So what we are trying to do here, we seem to be trying to produce this thing, carbon monoxide. However, carbon monoxide, it's producing liquefiers now, after the update. Very interesting, so we can actually delete this thing. We can tell it that we will be doing that using maybe like faster liquefiers or something, like these ones. And I need to somehow connect all of that. How should we do that? So I want water connection here. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe we should just... Okay, here we have speed 1.75. Now we'll have the thing with speed 3. So 4 of this should be slower than 2 of this. Oh, sorry, not 2, let's say like 4 of this. Let's do it like that, yes, okay. I'll remove all of that. We'll add... Okay, let's just do it like this, maybe. And we'll have an underground belt. No, not there. Connecting things up to here. Okay, good. And we'll use some fast inserters. I'd like to move this a little bit down, like that. And then we'll be able to use fast inserters. Basically, here, here, and here. And with that we should fix the problem with invar. Wow, that's unexpected. That was like very unexpected. I just need to turn this to inserters properly, and we should be fine. Could even make this one a little bit faster, right? We could kind of get stuff with like different angle. Okay, where are the inserters? But it's good that we actually found the issue with Invar. I am surprised that I haven't seen it on the dashboard. Don't we have Invar? I think we don't. No, this is Invar. Oh, I see. It's because it's the mall that was missing it. And that's why we never saw... Yeah, it's because Invar is requested by the mall, so the amount is very, very low. And that's the reason why it was like really never highlighted with like red color. Okay, let's do this. We are configuring it like this. This part, we're placing stuff there, picking stuff from there. This thing, placing stuff there, picking stuff from there. And now it should just all work. We don't need to observe this, it will work correctly. Might not be the fastest or like the best build, but it's okay. That's completely fine. Right, let's go to our new power plants. So this power plant, is this one working? I mean, it's not because we don't have heat pipes. That's the sad part. Now we are missing lots of heat pipes here, and are we trying to turn it on? I guess we kinda are. It will get turned on really soon, but it will not be producing power because of low heat pipes, and the counter will be increasing really, really slowly. And that's exactly what I want. I want this thing to go a little bit slow, because I don't want it to waste... I don't want it to waste the power. Okay. We need lots and lots of heat pipes. Good to know. This part. Can we actually place it again? Let's do that. And we will also be missing heat pipes. Okay, let's see. Are the connections here looking good? I mean, it's looking... all of this is looking kinda okay. All of this stuff is looking okay-ish. Let's... I don't know. What should we do now? Should we just like wait? No, we already have a train collecting Invar. Just look at that. We had... well, I'm not sure whether it was like 0 Invar in this warehouse or not, but we basically just recently fixed it, and it's broken again. Yep. Let's go there again. I was gonna say we just fixed it and we got a lot of Invar immediately. But we haven't actually fixed it. We have not fixed it. I want to redo charcoal build, by the way. I want it to be a little bit more compact, a little bit, you know, better, and not take this corner that is used for the power plant. So that's kind of what I want to do at some point. However, right now, I cannot say that... Okay. How can we make this thing work properly? Maybe do something like that. And we could hope that 2 of them would be enough. Like 2 of these things would be enough, we could hope. right? This thing could be turned like that. This thing could also be sped up a little bit, like that. So this are a little bit faster. And yeah, here we are placing lots of carbon, I guess, right? We want to get carbon as an input. I think we had a really good build producing carbon like somewhere here. Okay, let's maybe think about carbon production. So if I were to produce, okay, not carbon, let's say charcoal, right? We're going for charcoal. And I want to, so our previous one was 11 per second, right? Let's try to reconstruct it, because I don't believe we have it anywhere here. First of all, I believe you're actually using this thing for powering it. Okay, let's see. This one is coming from there. This stuff can come from cellulose fiber, and the fiber will be coming from this recipe. We could use the highest, like the fastest algae farm actually. We could use this. We'll have 8 of them. We can make it a little bit better. We could actually say that it can use 2 speed models. So it's only 5 algae farms to 4. Okay, this is looking like it's looking okay so far. I like that. This thing we'll need to use 1.8 charcoal. That's okay. That just means that we need to kind of overproduce it by, I don't know, maybe like 15% or something. What's the proper ratio? Okay, I guess it's not 15. It's probably 20%. We got to overproduce it by like, okay, yeah, 20%. Or 18%, maybe even. Yes, by 18%. But we can use liquefier 4. Do we have liquefier 4 at this point? We do not have liquefier 4. But let's assume that we do. We'll still need 1.1 of this, but we can speed this up, right? And then it's fine if we are using worse liquefier. So we can do it with 1 liquefier, just giving us lots of carbon dioxide, and this thing should work. Okay, 4.6 steel furnaces. That's bad, right? What if we used electric furnaces here with speed modules? Then we can have only 3. And the alternative is to use steel furnace. It's 5. Wait, with this one, it's 4. You know, doesn't change anything. I would say we'll be using this process. I'm not going to be using any beacons or anything. I mean, we could in theory use beacons for that, but I don't want to. I feel would be a waste of power. Okay, and now the only thing that's missing is some mineralized water that we could get from crushing the stone, which we could get from crushing the slag, which can come. Okay, I actually want to have this one as default now, which can come from electrolyzers. From which process? This one, right? We want with electrodes. And we want to use maybe electrolyzer 4, but I don't think whether we have it yet. Let's check. Do we have electrolyzer 4? No. What would it take to get it? Electrolyzer. This one, right? No, it's 5. This thing. We can produce it actually. It's relatively straightforward to get it. So we can assume we actually have electrolyzer 4 for that build. I also want to actually get that. Let's get back to the spot. So let's say we'll be using electrolyzer 4. It's... Honestly, it feels a little bit strange. What's going on here? It feels a tiny bit strange because... Oh, and we don't have... I don't understand how this build works, because it has only 4 electrolyzers, and in theory it's supposed to be producing the same amount of charcoal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, maybe it is producing slightly less. Maybe it's producing not 11 charcoal as I thought, but like 8, 9.5. Because this, like what I see here, it is looking slightly strange, and we'll have to have 6 algae farms, which will take... which would leave some space nearby to the reactor. So it's still okay. It's still okay. Do we have... we don't have the throughput specified here. But we can definitely do the following. We can definitely say that, okay, this process, this is the right one, right? We're producing slag using electrodes. We cannot do it faster. We need to crush the thing. We need to crush the slag. We need to produce mineralized water from it. And this mineralized water needs to be used to feed this algae farm production. I think we are doing everything correct. Oh wait, we are overproducing mineralized water. What? How is that possible? Oh. I see. Okay. That actually explains it. So we need a little bit less electrolyzed water. Let's say we need like only half of it. And then we don't have enough. What if we're asking for 60%? Okay, not quite enough. For 65. 66. 68. Okay. 67%, so it's basically 2/3. And now suddenly we have enough electrolyzers, but if we add a couple of beacons into them, we need exactly 2, which is much better. I like this. I like this, and this thing, if we add speed modules, will also be fast enough. And this thing with speed modules, I think we'll need only 1. Oh, look at that. This is turning out to be a really good build. Maybe except this steel furnace part. We can ignore that. Right, and the thing is, steel furnaces will be using this recipe. Okay, look at that. And we're able to produce 11 charcoal out of it. We might even be able to produce a tiny bit more, to be honest. I'm not like fully sure about that. We might be able to produce like 12. Do you want to push it a little bit further or not? So if you go for 12, you'll suddenly need 6.5 algae farms, which could be right, and we need more electrolyzers. I don't want that. I want to be limited to exactly 2 electrolyzers. So it's 2.1. We go for 3. Okay, 2. We go for 4. Right, so that's basically it. We'll still be producing the same amount of charcoal, 11.4. We'll just make this whole thing significantly more compact. Right, we have a problem. I want to have only 6 farms there, so let's go for 0.2, 1.1. Basically, exactly 1 charcoal. Sorry, charcoal. Exactly the same amount, 11.1. Good. Good, we figured this out. What's happening here? Right, the recipe is wrong. We want to produce carbon here. So we are producing carbon. It's working pretty, like the thing seems to be pretty fast. We're feeding those, all three of them. And the belt is backing up. That's good. So that means that 2 of these liquefiers were enough. And that part, the nuclear plant actually got built. It also means that, okay, this part is not really needed. That's fine. We can start building one reactor right here, I would say. Probably. Right? Because we want to disconnect. We want to disconnect everything from this power plant so that we can actually replace this one. Okay, let's go up here. It's running, it's working. It seems. Everything's working here. If we paste it on top, nothing changes. Good. This part. If we paste stuff on top, will this be working? Well, there doesn't seem to be any issue. Disconnect. I mean, that's basically expected. Let's go over there. The fact that power poles are blown up here is basically expected. We'll just disconnect all of this. And we can figure this part out later, like we can adjust it later. Right, one thing here. We probably want to disconnect this one as well. Okay. What's happening with this power plant? That's the question. That's the part that I don't quite understand. Why it's not turned on? So we have the power here. The condition here. The time didn't pass. Okay, let's say we turn it on like this. And with that done, what we can do? We can actually do the following. We can actually cut off this power, because we have power coming from here. So this power can be cut off. We do not need this anymore. We don't need this part. We don't need this part. This one can stay, but it's actually kind of powered by this reactor nowadays. That means that we can cut this one. Right? Let's see. I think it's looking okay now. What I'd like to do, I'd like to replace all power poles here with the substations. Oh, and we have better substation. Should we start using it? 400 megawatts. No, we'll use 300 for now. Oh, but I really want to... Okay. We'll use 300. We'll do it like that. So we have 2 of this. And I kind of have a feeling that we actually should proceed like that. We should just remove all of that, all of the power poles, maybe except the things right across the the train stopped. And let's go there and we'll fix things over there. We want to remove this part. I'd also say that probably want to have connection established there. Let's see how we can make this work. I don't want this connection to be there at all. We'll just remove it. And I'd like to have something, some coverage there, but this part, this one. I think if you make it work like that, it kinda looks okay so far. We'll need to have connections here as well. Let's do that. We can have one. Okay, here. Maybe another one here. Okay. This part should be getting power. Until we're getting some power from this side. We can, while we are doing that, we can actually clear this area. Right, we can clear all of that. Deleting all these things. Deleting. They're all going away. I'd like to add substations here as well. So exactly the same way. Like this. Let's see. So we are getting power here. One. Wait, is this? Oh, it's a lamp. You know what? We don't have to have this particular lamp right there. We could have this lamp over here. Oh, we already have a lamp there. That's okay. That's actually really good. Let's see. We would like to add some things here. And what should we do next? And maybe here. So this way we are covering all like important inserters. And if we add things here, we would be also covering some stuff on this side. Right, one thing that's missing here, we'll need to basically add a power of power poles right here. Let's see. It's gonna take us a while to like fix this connection. So we added stuff there. I would like to do the same thing right here. And we can actually connect all of those from like a single place, because I don't think we actually need to split this power plant into two segments, like two sections, one with like 300 megawatts and another with another 300, because total usage here seems to be like it shouldn't exceed that, right? Okay, let's take a look. We have almost fully connected this part, just missing a couple of minor things. So we're missing this inserter coverage. That's a little bit bad because I don't know. Okay, we could actually cover it like this. Okay, now we shouldn't have problem with that inserter, but we could still have problems. Oh, that's... Okay, let's say we'll just place it here. How do I make this part work kind of in a nice way? 1, 2, I guess 3. What is blinking? So here we are covering all of that except for this lamp. Let's just remove the lamp. Or we could add something right here in between. That was an option, but we already removed the lamp, so it's okay. Now, nothing is blinking here. This part should get some coverage, and we will check and see exactly what's happening with it a little bit later. For now, let's just proceed with connecting things here, and we probably want to do that through this thing here. I don't know. I mean, we don't have to, because we already have some connection there. Let's just say that we'll add substation there, and we kind of need to continue connecting it to that part. Okay, here, maybe here, like that. Nice. Now, what should we do? We should have connection here and right here. This one is better, because then we will cover this inserter, and the other inserter can be covered from this side. Right, the problem now is that there are not that many good spots where I can kind of fit power poles, not power pole, substations. There are like not a lot of places where I can actually, establish the connection, and that's slightly bad. It's not like super bad, because as you can see, we are still able to somehow place like a couple of pretty much random substations here and there, and they are allowing us to get the job done, but it's definitely not the best situation to be in. One, maybe here, two. I don't want this connection. It's disconnected, and I think I disconnected something on this side, right? Right, like that. Let's establish it. Okay, we have stuff connected there. This part is not looking good yet. So, how do we improve it? So on this side, it's kind of straightforward. We just place a couple of this and call it a day. On this side, what should we do? What can we do? We can't place this one. We could potentially place one here. Right? Let's do this. In order for us to place one there, we need to move this thing down and have something like that. Right? And with that, we should be able to just add a substation right here. Let's press it. Here we have exactly the same problem, right? Let's move the spot further down. We will do things like that, and we moved it furthest to the end of the belt. Okay, good. Here we have everything connected. Here we are missing some power. Let's fix this. Oh, and we're also missing this connection. Good. I mean, good that we found it and fixed, not that we were missing it. Why do I have it here? And I could just move it down there. The same thing here. I think we want to remove this too. And we want to do it like this. Okay, good. Awesome. I believe that is it. I believe that is it for this plant. And for this one, it should also be relatively straightforward, right? Let's try and figure out what exactly we can do here. we basically want to remove all of the power poles, right? That's kind of the idea. So we are removing all power poles. The check here we're actually doing using this power pole. So let's remove this ones as well. So we stopped production of the signs basically now. We don't produce the signs, and we can do exactly the same thing with this part actually. Right, we can completely remove all power poles, and we have done so. Now, let's grab substations. Let's place them here. 1, 2. Here. Somehow, I don't know. I guess it's like this. 1, 2. It's okay. And we'll probably need to do something over there as well. We'll probably need to do something over there. Let's what's like a nice way to do that? I should have probably used substations much sooner, to be honest. They're like really nice, and we might have saved ourselves some time if we... Oh, wait. This needs to be a little bit lower. Like this, for example. And on the other side, we kind of do pretty much exactly the same thing. Here we need connection. 1, 2. We want to cover this part somehow. Let's cover it like this. And we want to place a couple of substations here, I would say. Right, where is our power? The power will actually come from this block. Right, and this block is already disconnected, so we can remove this thing. This can also be disconnected, I think. No, right, and the power part will come right from here. Okay, nice. 1, 2, maybe 3. Here 4. We will need to cover the inserter like the last one, but we did it with... oh, and we'll also need to cover all these inserters. That's okay, let's just add like a couple of things here. It might look random what I'm doing. It is basically random. So if it looks random, that's exactly how it's supposed to look. We don't actually need these things. We want to place things here, I think. 1, somewhere there 2, maybe here 3. Alright, this part. How do we make this one look a little bit better? Could add one substation there, and then we'll have a problem, which we can fix by just doing something like this. Okay, let's observe. So we have substation here, there. This got the power connection back, I believe. At least it looks like that. Oh, except this part. We are not producing the signs everywhere we should. How do we fix that? I kind of just want to place maybe one thing there and one here. To do it like that. Okay. And now we need to do something like this. Okay, good. And we should have this connection established as well. This part, is this one working? Oh no, it's not working. Let's fix it. What's the problem here? We seem to be missing a tiny connection. Okay, now we have it, and right, we have it, and the whole block. I don't understand how this one is getting the power. Is it even getting the power? I'm not sure. But now it should definitely be getting power. Let's double check everything again. So this thing is powered. I probably would want to have the power given from this side and not from the other. But it's okay. One problem that I see is that this block is in a different logistic network. That's really bad, because what this means is that we will lose connection to the fuel. And actually, no, we haven't lost it yet, but we would have lost it. Right, and that's really important, not to lose fuel. Right, this thing. What's happening here? We never finished. We never. Oh wait, we were supposed to say that this is paper. Disconnect it like that. We never finished doing that. And the input here, I think we want to take from the left. Take this stuff, because we have a little bit more of slightly more stuff than we want to have. We have slightly more paper that we actually need to have here. Alright, this block is working. We are getting some power. We just need to basically place the thing right in the middle. Why don't we do that? We can do that. Go here. This one goes down. And it's actually supposed to be a blue one. That's okay. We'll make it blue one. And we'll place it right here. So this is first, and the second could be... I don't know, let's make it right here. So this will be the... Wait, what am I doing? Where do I want to place it? Like this. Okay, good. So we do it here. Place in the stuff. Do we have underground belts? Yes, we do. That's great. Okay, and now what's missing? We covered this part. We need to connect them like this. And I believe it should work. It should be enough to power all of that. So we have this block switched from the poles. We have this one switched from the poles. This one I still using the poles. But what about this two? The two above? They are looking fine to me. I might be wrong. Yeah, in my kind of in how I see this, I might be missing something. But it's not looking that bad. What is looking bad are these two extra lines. Extra power lines. I don't like them. Okay, now it's looking beautiful. This looks beautiful. We have some extra connections here and there. We could actually cut them. There is no reason for them to be present. Let us cut all of them. Now we have basically isolated. Well, they're not exactly isolated, but it's looking pretty good now. The thing is looking pretty good now. We do not want to have this power connection, I think. Right. Just like that. This block. It stopped working, right? What about this one? This one is still working. Let's grab substation. Place substation here, here. 2 substations placed there. We need to place substations. Oh no, not that. Here and here. And we actually have some trains that are missing power right now. And I forgot to... Oh, wait. I don't want to do it like this. I almost deleted everything. Almost deleted everything. Like that. Okay, let's add a couple of substations here. How should we do that? We probably want to have connection established with this one. How come it's getting connected to this one? Do we have like a really bad... Okay, it's not looking that bad, but it's also not looking great. Copper wires. Where is this one going? So this part. It's getting connected. It's connected to this one. Okay, now we disabled it. Was it connected to this one maybe? Okay, let's just reconnect this. Nice. I think this is looking better. We'll have a line of connections just going through this part. Okay, good. And now we just need to... We basically need to like add a couple of them here. Kind of like 1, 2 basically. Yes, we'll have a line going through this. We'll have a couple being placed right there. And we're still missing something, right? We'll be missing... What's this one? We're missing something on this side. Like this. And one more here. I think this should power it up. Power that part. Like this block. And it should work, but I guess we'll see. And for this block, let's delete all of this power poles, maybe except this one. I'd like to keep this one. And let's try and do something with this. So we could have one substation going here, and it can be given power to these 2 blocks. What's next? Okay, let's just connect them like this. Oh, I'm not getting the connection. Let's do it like this. Oh, it's still not being connected. Okay, how about this then? Okay, now this part, the loading, the provider should have access to power, or it will get access to power soon. Nice, and this part, I feel like we should be able to fix this as well. Let's basically just see, and let's see what we can do. Okay, this connection will be established. This one should cover this part, and we are missing one inserter here. Maybe we should move it a little bit down. And to this left, maybe like this. And we obviously need to give it the power. Okay, good. So now we see that this whole block is consuming basically just 40 megawatts. It's nothing. And by whole block I mean, well, I actually meant the 4 blocks here, but that's not true. it's not the case because this one was disconnected. But then I wonder, how was it getting the power? Maybe it wasn't getting any power? Let's see, what's the problem here? The problem here is that we actually don't have connection, like power on. And now we should have. These inserters are not blinking. These inserters are not blinking. The glass is being delivered here. However, we haven't been focusing on that part yet. This part is working. I think we finished this kind of change, the swap of the power, and we are probably waiting for the steam to disappear, yes. So now this block is powered by, I don't know, let's say it like a rubber nuclear plant, and this block is powered by pink signs or wires, I guess, wires nuclear plant. And that means that this plant is powering only this block and this block. This is already even built, like we built it the way we wanted to be, like this, right? So we could actually... I don't want to connect it in this episode. It's also not fully built. Actually, it's not even fully built. It's okay, we'll just keep that one there. This will be the next step, to convert this 3 blocks to rely on this power plant, and then to convert, like to remove this power plant and to convert these 3 sciences on like another power plant that I'll actually try to place right in the middle, because there is actually enough space to do that. And with these ones, if you look at this, we surprisingly have enough power, oh sorry, not enough power, we have enough space to fit power plant here, which is really good. We just need to figure out a way to produce charcoal kind of completely on the side, and if we manage to do that, then we could have power plant here, here, here we cannot place it, but that's not a huge problem, because the part that's not letting us do that is actually this power plant that is powering the main grid. And now that I think about it, maybe we don't need these 3 power plants, like here, here, and here. Maybe we don't want these 3 powering the grid, because instead we could just have one, let's say here, doing that. Same thing, or we actually have already one. We could have this plant actually focused on powering the grid. Or we could place power plant somewhere. And, like, there are definitely options. Right, this is also power plant. So we have... Oh, it's the same one, right? We have one here. Oh, it's different. And we have one here. Or the alternative, we could make it a little bit smaller. So we could actually kind of cut off a small part of it. We could still keep the plant, power plant doing its thing. It will be just a little bit tinier. But that's not a huge problem, because what we are doing, we are switching, like, we are switching a lot of power consumption from the main grid to like very, very local power plants. Okay, let's get back here and double check that everything is working correctly. Pink signs, why it's not coming? We don't have red circuits. Okay, that's understandable. We have logistic connection here, and we have logistic connection here. It might look a bit strange. I mean, it does look a little bit strange. I'm placing all of that, but it's okay. We are fixing the issue, right? We are fixing like very, you know, okay, maybe not obvious issues, but very most definitely issues, like clear issues with the build. What's the problem here? We don't have the fish, so that's why the meat is not being produced here. That's okay. Right, we really need to figure out the spot, the situation with charcoal, because we'd like it to fit over here, like with approximately the same amount of space that this block was using. Or even better, the same amount of space that we are using here. That would be better. We can move these things a little bit, like we can move oxygen production a little bit further. This we cannot really move much further, so we'll have to try and make it really, really compact. But I think we should be able to do that. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to make the builds like really, really compact, because 6 they would take us only this much space. Okay, let's maybe try from this side. 6 will take this much space up to this one, and the reactor takes this space. So we still have a little bit of space here that we could use for 2 electrolyzers, right? If we want 2 electrolyzers, we might actually be able to fit them right here. So we could have 2 electrolyzers here, and then everything is just like super, super compact being done on that side. We'll see. It's gonna be a tiny challenge, I think. Yep, that will be a little bit tricky to do. Okay, we did it. We converted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, 6 city blocks converted to nuclear power. Good. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 186, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!